Well, your next speaker represents the world's third largest diversified petrochemicals company with its roots in Saudi Arabia. As a long-standing member of EPCA, SABIC has always been an active supporter and contributor to this European event. And I'm delighted to say that addressing the conference today is Yousef Abdullah Al-Benyan, the Vice Chairman and Chief Executive of SABIC, who joined the business in 1987, just 11 years after the company's formation. Now, prior to his current position, Yousef has held a variety of international roles, which include Executive Vice President of Corporate Finance and CFO, Executive Vice President of Chemicals, and adding to this list, he's also been Executive Vice President of Corporate Human Resources. Now, during his time at SABIC, he's not only worked in the Middle East, but in the United States, Latin America, and Asia Pacific. I think that pretty much covers the world. Sorry if I've missed out any countries or continents. His other positions include Chairman of the Gulf Petrochemicals and Chemicals Association, as well as being the chairman of several boards. And I'm going to spell out the longer version so you know what I'm talking about. Notably, the Yanbu National Petrochemical Company, the Saudi Arabian Fertilizer Company, and the Saudi Iron and Steel Company, which are manufacturing affiliates of SABIC. Now, through SABIC's commitment to sustainability and innovation, the company has developed pioneering products and services for a variety of sectors, which includes, of course, the building and construction industry. So here to talk about the role of SABIC and the industry, and how the industry and SABIC can play in accelerating the reduction of carbon emissions and design energy-efficient cities and homes, please give a very warm welcome to Yousef Abdullah Al-Benyan. Good morning to you, sir. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Nadine. Listen, I have an assignment for you while I'm delivering my speech. Why don't you do the calculation for the average age if you remove the first row? Again, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's really an honor to be here today. It's very interesting to see the theme of EBCA this time is relevant to our current time. It's very interesting that we are living in a very unique and rapidly changing time. You see transformations happening, but one important element, if we want to really anticipate directionally where we are heading, we need to examine the history and we draw the lessons that we need to learn how to deal with the current time we are living in. More importantly, if you look at the world economy, we have went through 3 stages. In a simple term, we are in a hunting era, and then we move into agriculture era, and now we are living in the industry era. As you will know, that it's in the late 18th century, the Industrial Revolution started. And it's very interesting that we have moved from agriculture economy to an industry economy. And as of today, our industry is going to accelerate our urbanizations. And I think this is the theme for today. Just to keep in mind that it's by 2050, we will have more than 9 billion people, 60% of them living in the urban areas. Just an example, India by itself is going to produce more than 315 million people by 2040. And 70% with them is going to be living in the urban areas. These are almost equivalent of the current United States populations. You could imagine how much this really will impact our planet. One fact that we have to keep in mind, we have going to face a lot of challenges. And those challenges, I don't mean only the chemical industry or petrochemical industry, but the entire world has to deal with it. Those people want to live in a middle class, lifestyles, and what comes with it, they need to have heating, air conditioning, transportations, and so on. And I think this is a very important, this is going to really put more pressure on us not to address this in a more traditional way. So how can we deal with those challenges? It has to go through sustainable growth. This sustainable growth is going to happen through electric power vehicles, planes, trains, and automobiles, and made from a lighter and a stronger material. More energy efficient building, increasing use of alternative and renewable energy. Petrochemicals are essential to the production of all those products. It will be our task to bring those innovations and technologies, and increasingly in urban populations, to help create what has been called, or what we're driving for, a smart city. It's only by preparing for this emerging marketplace that our business can grow sustainably, and we need to bring more value to the world. Advancing the cause of sustainable developments requires innovations and technology. These are the most powerful drivers to the global economy. From our beginning, we as SABIC, we started 4 decades ago. Sustainable has been part of our birth. We used to flare the gas, and as of today, we find a valuable use for our gases. And that's really one of our major sustainability startup. Is not just yesterday, but since inceptions of SABIC. SABIC is continuously driving for a better performance in environmental and social responsibility, from our resource efficiency, in the same time to our energy reductions and cleaner air and water, and to improve food security and enhance quality of life of everyone. This slide shows our CO2 purification plants that opened in Jubail in Saudi Arabia. It's basically, we are producing more than 500 metric tons of CO2 from our productions of ethylene glycol. And that's going to be very useful for also other products like fertilizer and methanol productions. For future smart cities, this kind of technology will not be an option. It's going to be a necessity. Technology such this is one of the reasons that why Saudi Arabia has really chosen SABIC to present the private sector on sustainable development goals in the United Nations. The SDGs represent a significant opportunities for the private sector to open up new markets and attract new private investment. Going through those 17 SDGs, SABIC have chosen most relevant to SABIC business and current sustainability process and future requirements. SABIC has 5 sustainability priorities for business going forwards, and they are portfolio assessment and design. Company needs to really assess their portfolio to make sure that they are really coping with the future demands. Renewable energy, carbon efficiency, and more importantly, sustainable growth for our world. Our goal is to integrate those sustainability priorities into the 10 SDGs we have chosen. Just because of time, I would like to focus on 3 of them. Is the first one, renewable energy. SABIC is active in making solar panels and wind turbines to generate electricity in a sustainable manner. Carbon efficiency. SABIC has set itself very ambitious goals to reduce GHGs, energy consumptions, and water usage by 25%, and also lost material by 50% by 2025, based on 2010 level. If we are going to have a larger and more urbanized populations, I think we need to do more innovations in order for us to achieve the targets. The smart city concept represents true challenges. In short, a smart city could be a good place to live in, and more importantly, provide the quality life, and I think it has to be also with the most efficient use of resources. The main objective of smart city is to reduce CO2 emission, reduce waste, optimize energy consumptions, and at the same time increase the use of renewable energy. SABIC has been thinking about this for a long time. For us, imagine if you have a house in the middle of a desert, and you understand what I mean. We have a very nice environment. It's very tough, all right? A house is very interesting, recycle its water, but it's not necessarily to imagine it. It already exists. SABIC has a home of innovation, Riyadh, in Techno Valley. It is a demonstration home fully furnished, resident of modern and comfortable and sustainable living standards. It features a net zero balanced energy and generating as much as electricity and it consumes. The home recent earned LEED, a platinum rating from the Leadership in Energy Environment Design program administered by the US Green Building Council. This unique concept will promote more sustainable home building. It is our hope that it will inspire and lead construction industry to incorporate its innovative yet proven technology, materials, products and system towards improving building performance. Between its generations of renewable energy and energy efficiency, 100,000 demonstration home would have equally saved 1.8 million barrels of oil a day. I would like to end with this future city. Saudi Arabia will soon put a very interesting demonstration of home concept to the ultimate test. A new city will rise from the sands and built on a concept of sustainability from the very beginning. It is the new business city led by His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman, and it will SABIC participate on its solutions and products. NEOM is the world's first independent special zone. And this is very interesting that we are spanning through 3 countries and 2 continents, basically Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Egypt. It's become the high-tech destinations in the northwest of the Arabian Peninsula, attracting top talent to push the envelope of innovations. SABIC is already in the business of 5 of those 9 sectors seen in this presentation as great. Energy and water, SABIC is focusing on renewable energy as a major market. Our advanced piping solutions can also be helping this project. Mobility is another aspect that we're going to bring to this city. In the same time, food, advanced agriculture material solutions, and advanced manufacturing materials, and also future living in terms of home renovation is going to be our role model. Now, let me end with the fact that there is a lot of challenges that the industry is facing. For the last 3 weeks, I have been engaging with the Chinese chemical and petrochemical associations. Last week, also with the India Petrochemicals and Chemical Associations. Today, we are here in EBCA in Europe, and next month we will have GBCA forum as well in Dubai. The common theme for the whole industry is how can we deal with the sustainability. And I think it's very important for us as an industry to have the paradigm shift on the way we look at business, and specifically Europe. I think it's at the end, sustainability is going to drive a completely different innovation platform, and it requires, in the same time, a different business model that the industry has to deal with. It's very interesting that a lot of people think that the industry are out of touch. But in fact, we are in leading positions to bring to the whole planet always continuously a sustainable solutions. We need to work on our perceptions. In fact, when I go to the United States and the immigration officer asks me what type of business you are in, I cannot say chemical or petrochemicals because they will take me somewhere else. I have to say, and I think it's very important to show our industry what we can offer, and it cannot be done, by the way, without our chemical industry. Thank you very much.